And we are live. All right. Morning thoughts, morning thoughts, morning thoughts. Shout out to the people going out to work this morning. Shout out to the people coming in from work this morning. Extra special big up shout out to the people who work multiple jobs. I have the utmost respect for you. Shout out to my entrepreneurs, my stay-at-home moms and pops, my retirees. Shout out to the drivers. Shout out to the Uber driver, Lyft driver, truck driver, taxi driver, food delivery drivers, round town and long distance truck drivers. Shout out to the crossing guards and the school teachers, law enforcement personnel, medical field personnel, military personnel, whatever their job description is. Shout out to the barbers in the barbershops and the hairdressers in the beauty salons. Shout out to the strippers on poles at the strip club. Shout out to engineers. Shout out to the AC techs. Shout out to the heavy equipment operators and construction workers. Shout out to the payroll attendees. Shout out to the chefs in kitchens and secretaries in offices. Shout out to the woman with the cook shop or the man with the cook shop and the jerk drum. Shout out to, I don't care what you do, as long as you have to do something legal. As long as you're not, stepping on others to get to yours. Then big up to you. Extra special shout out though to the people who genuinely have a good heart and wish good for others as much as you wish good for yourself. Some people wish really, really good for themselves, but them wish a little bit of good for you. And them don't want to see you pass them, even though them want to see you do good. They don't want to see you do more than them, kind of thing. Yeah, not them. The ones who really wish good for others as much as they wish good for themselves. This is an extra special shout out to you. Here we are on this beautiful Friday morning. Today is the 3rd of April 2026, and we're happy to be here. And on days like these, we say, it's the freaking weekend, baby! Ha ha! Clap it up, clap it up, clap it up, clap it up. You made it. Regardless of what's going on in your life, you made it. I know everybody ain't happy and on 10. Some people are, some people aren't. We all have different circumstances going on in life. But that's it. You made it, right? And especially if you made it and you're healthy, you're not in anybody's hospital or you're not in dire conditions or dire straits in need of things that you really absolutely need. Not want, need, and you can't afford it and don't have it. And if your life is above that, you have a lot to be thankful for. You showed up this morning fully healthy and you have all the things you need, thank somebody. All right. I don't know who you thank. Some people pray to cow. Some people pray to pum pum. Some people pray to all kind of different something. Thank somebody. I would have said thank God. I would have said praises to the Most High. I would have said Jesus. I would have said Rastafari. I would have said whoever. But we all have different things going on. So, and I don't want to step on anybody's religious rights and your right to choose and worship how you see fit. I would have said thank the ancestors. I would have said anything like that. I'm feeling good this morning. I got a lot of stuff going on. You know what I mean? I show up daily, but I don't show up with the best of me on the other side. Sometimes there's things going on with me, but I have to put my best face forward same way. So I've learned to do that. And then throughout the process, I end up uplifting myself, right? Just communicating with this audience. Just for me, I have 2 children who are graduating high school this year. And tomorrow night is prom night for 2. I don't know if your parent who has ever witnessed prom night for your children and see your children dress up and go off to the prom. I'm about to do that for 2. My oldest child left high school right when the pandemic hit and everybody was on lockdown. So Farai didn't even have a prom. He wasn't able to do all the stuff. So now he's about to witness his younger brothers, the other 2 that came behind him, do their prom. So all kind of things are going. I got to get off here after we do about a good solid 2-hour live because we got to go pick up some nice cars and all these other kind of things, and everybody's suit is in and make sure they're all ready and all these things for their prom night. And of course, Daddy's going to be vlogging and feeling happy and teary-eyed, watching my babies pass their milestones, turning into men. You know what I mean? Knowing that I've been there the whole journey gives me extra. I'll pop my own collar. I don't need nobody popping my collar for me. Yeah, and then my daughter, my oldest daughter, Neka, is her birthday as well. Her birthday falls on their prom day. So she's turning 12. Again, another teary-eye moment because I'm looking at my baby girl wondering, where did the time go? It kind of makes me hold the other two daughters, Milani and Manaya, a little bit closer and look at them a little bit different because I'm seeing how fast that one grew up. She's not grown yet. She's still a baby. She's only 11, right? She's about to be 12, but 12 is a far cry from 2, 3 months old and 5 months old. So you look at the space and you're like, where did the time go? Because I remember my 12-year-old being 5 months or 2 months old. And it was like this, you know? So there's a lot going on, and I'm there playing my part, and I'll share some of it with you in vlogs over the weekends. Enough about me, though. We have some topics to get into this morning, couple of videos to play on the screen, some things to talk about. Some of it is going to be deep. Some of it is going to be superficial. We're going to laugh a little bit, reminisce a little bit, do all these things, and then we'll send each other off on a wonderful weekend. Before I do that, though, let me big up some people who are in the chat. Miss Golda Robinson, I appreciate you greatly. Thank you for being here. There were a lot of black names in here, but black names are because the chat is now closed to members only. You're the Finest is in the building with us this morning. You're the Finest says, good morning. Good morning. Medea in a class. A bunch of other black names are there. Virtuous Fire is in the building with us this morning. Virtuous Fire says, up, up, up. And also said, it's the freaking weekend, baby. Audrey Wright is in the chat with us. And Audrey always says, morning, fam, and present teacher. And then BM is in the chat with us this morning. And BM is bigging up everybody in here. It's the freaking weekend, baby, and blessings to all. Simon G is in the building this morning with 2 thumbs up. Big up Simon G. And here goes Audrey with the message of the morning. Please hit the thumbs up button as you enter the live. We appreciate it greatly. I don't say it all the time, but we need you to hit the thumbs up button because it helps the video. If you don't want to do it, then you don't do it. But big up to the people who do it, especially when they forgot to do it and they are reminded to do it. You mean me well. So I thank you. All right. S Diva, big up yourself. Top of the morning to everyone. S Diva says, big up yourself, Nance. Thank you for being here as well. Nance is in the building. King Son is in the building with us this morning. King Son. King Son name remind me of this story I keep telling. I think I've told it about 2 or 3 times on this platform over the years about this bake shop I was in Brooklyn, New York, and the white woman behind the counter, you know, they do all vegan stuff. Them time them there hard for my Rasta journey. Man, it nothing but it had to be vegan. See? So we go at a vegan spot and a Rasta man walking there behind me, and the lady I take him order and stuff. Oh no, the Rasta man was behind the counter. Actually, it's their shop, a Rasta man shop. And the white woman walking behind me. I'm a customer. She a customer. she said, "What is your name?" And the Rasta man said, "Jason." So every time I see King's son. Ja King, you know, every time Mr. King's son him remind me of that. I don't know why I'm reminded of that story when I see your name. The man said, Jason, and the lady said, oh, Jason. And the Ras get cross, angry, and miserable. You know, and it was a long discussion after that about, yo, them people are disrespectful purposely, you know. She can't pronounce my name, you know. If she can't pronounce Kraczynski and all them other kind of European name, then what's so hard to say, Jason? I is the son of Jah. She know who Jah is. She going like she don't recognize the king. Fire, move from round us all. Kind of something was going on. It was one of them moments. Farron, big up yourself. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you greatly. Farron says good morning to everyone in the chat. It's Friday, baby. And we appreciate your presence here, family. Marie's message 411 TV, who is in love. Big up yourself, Marie. Manners and respect. Thank you for tuning in. Marie is my fellow content creator sister. I appreciate your presence here. She is also on YouTube with her own channel. Go check out her content. See her she's on the screen right there. Right, frozen in the chat, not hard to find. Check out our channel. Go over there, hit the subscribe button. Come on back, all that good stuff. Share the love. Each one uplift another one. Lulu Ridges is in the building with us this morning. Lulu, big up yourself and thank you for being here as well. Can we all see me in the chat? Maria's asking if y'all can see her in the chat. Here we have another one of these situations. I hope that's not what it is. But if it is, then y'all can follow the same procedure that Banches told us to do, which I don't remember what it is. But if you don't remember, then you can do it and end up seeing Marie if you're not seeing her. Give a couple of shout-outs to the names. Marvin the Point Player is in the building with us this morning. On the chat, please. Morning, everyone. Lil Red Gucci is in the building this morning. Lil Red Gucci, is that your grandbaby? Oh, that's your grandbaby is a cutie. She put up her grandbaby on the screen in her picture. I'm pretty sure that's her grandbaby. I don't know. I'm guessing. And Pussy G says, up ments. Lil Red Gucci, that's your grandbaby? Pussy G, big up yourself. Thank you for being here. Nisha is in the building with us this morning. Nisha, big up yourself. Thank you for being here. Who else there? Black Eagle is in the building with us this morning. Banches, thank you for being here, Banches. Big up yourself. We appreciate you greatly. Banches there. Banches is the one who helped us to see Pussy G the last time. Marie still asking if anybody can see her in the chat. 2Irie is in the building. Thank you, 2Irie, for being here. And Karen Notice is in the building. Thank you for being here as well. If I didn't call your name, then you know it's no disrespect. S Diva, Friends from Lake, big up yourself. Thank you for being here, and other names there, but we have to get into the topic. See? All right. Zaro Kid, big up yourself. Yes. Okay. Lil Red Gucci says, yes, that's her grandbaby. She and I look a cute grandbaby. Boy, Lil Red Gucci look young too. I have grandbaby. See? I'm happy to be here. You're the finest says, I'm happy to be here. You're the finest. Big up yourself. Listen, we got a couple of things to talk about and not a lot of time to talk about it. So let's get right into it. All right. Somebody wanted me to talk about the Conjoined Twins who from Jamaica, who they were joined at the chest, I believe. And then they went over to Saudi Arabia to be separated in a very technical surgery that we thought was going to go very well. You know, everybody send up their prayers, hoping that both babies would have came home in one piece and mom would be happy and dad would be happy and all that. And it didn't work out that way. One of the babies died. So we have a little bit of information on that. We'll breeze past that because we were asked to talk about it, right? Brandy, you know, Brandy the singer, R&B singer Brandy. I would like to get to know if it could be. I mean, I know the rest of that song. The kind of girl that could be down for. So when I look at you, I feel something tells me. Something like that. Brandy. Or did Monica sing that part then? I don't remember. But anyway, Brandy said some stuff about her past relationship with Wayna. Now, if you're not from that era, you probably don't know who these people are because new people be looking at you like, who? I don't know Brandy. I know Sexy Red. I don't know Brandy. Who's Brandy? But hopefully I have enough people in here who understand who Brandy is and who knows who Boyz II Men is and know who Wayna is, right? Brandy said some stuff about her past relationship with Wayna Watch. I honestly think a big discussion ended up happening online over this because a lot of us are saying Brandy could have left this one in the locker. You know, she could have just left it where it was at, but we've moved into a time where, I mean, look at Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby is getting hemmed up for some stuff that happened from 1970-something and 1980-something. So, like, and he's getting hemmed up, really. You know, they're opening ways within the law where women are empowered now enough to come back from 20, 30, 40 years ago and said, yeah, he took it and I didn't give it to him. And you find yourself in court and losing all the things that you've built over decades and all these other kind of things. So very interesting topic surrounding Brandy and what she had to say about her relationship with Wayna. I'm not going to touch that yet. Dexta Daps says that Beenie Man is a king. Dexta was doing some big show out of somewhere around our part and in front of the crowd, him stop the music, took the microphone. When I know Dexta Daps, yes. Him take the microphone and said that Beenie Man is a king and they must recognize Beenie and the journey him go on, no other man no go on that journey there and etc. etc. And I don't know why, but so many people sent that to me like, SouFLo, you have to talk about this. Me not think say Vybz Kartel and Dexta Daps did cool. So I'm a diss the general like this. I'm gonna handle that one in about 5 minutes or less. It won't be a long topic. But Kahira Jones is home. Kahira Jones is the last man standing out of the Vybz Kartel, Sean Storm, Andre St. John, and Kahira Jones. Those were the 4 guys who ended up getting lengthy prison sentences back in a time gone by, 15 years ago now, where Vybz Kartel, Sean Storm, and Andre St. John, which is Madsus and Sean Storm, them get 13 years behind bars they did out of a life sentence before they were acquitted, but Kahira was left behind bars. Well, Cairo is more like where me call him because that's what me hear Madsus call him. So Cairo is free. And you know, we have a couple of video clips of a couple of things and all these things, and we're going to talk about why Cairo got left behind and couldn't be out when everybody else got free to celebrate their freedom, blah, blah, blah. All right. And then what else we have on there? Jealousy in a relationship. We have to talk about jealousy in a relationship. You see that the vice mayor of Coral Gables, Florida, lost her life at the hands of her husband. I've done 2 videos on it so far. First video was the breaking news video, and we found out that he was Jamaican and, you know, all kind of something like that, the initial stuff. The second video I put up this morning is just loaded with information because intricate details and information. I didn't even think YouTube was going to like monetize it without penalizing me because the details are very detailed. Taken from his arrest affidavit. You know, them asked him why him do it. He actually described to a family member and described to them all the things he did to her and all these other things. So I'm not going to discuss any of that in this video. It would defeat the purpose of me putting up that other video. But I am going to talk about jealousy in a relationship, all right? And how damaging it could be and how so many people don't recognize it when it's right before your face operating in full force, right? Big up yourself, you're the finest. I appreciate you greatly. Thank you. We put work into it, you know, like we do with everything. I don't like putting out just frivolous content. You could create 1 million pieces of content in an hour, but the content I put out, it takes some looking around, searching, reading, compiling, putting things in order, all these things. So some work in it. Don't know why my doorbell is going off this early in the morning, but let's see. All right. Before we do all that though, the brethren known as Pretty Don had a message for everybody, all of the man them especially. See, we're gonna start out with Pretty Don message this morning, and then I'll probably let you choose where we go from here. Pretty Don message. Pretty Don message I found quite funny. I was laughing this morning, but the message goes like this. All right, hang in there, watch the screen, pay attention to the message. Especially the man them who in here. Pay attention to the message.
If you not breed girl, that means you would have tush. Tush. Pick the fit dope in the gush. Found out can't stand up girl and complain. You hit McDonald's, you would have got tush. Luxury car not supposed to drive through Kentucky and McDonald's. No luxury car not supposed to drive through no fast food place. How the hell if you put all high octane gas in your car and put low octane food in your body? You're disrespectful to yourself, you're disrespectful to God. You rate the car over yourself. Nobody will do that, me can't rate. Because if you don't rate you, you can't rate me. Spit can't breed, girl. Baby for born, girl belly for fat up, girl for breed. And because Andrew Oldness said that. And we have breed girl way before. Bad man would not stush. Girl forget baby in the gushy gush. Found out can't stand up, girl and complain and tell me say, you don't have problems. You eat Burger King, you would have got tush. No McDonald's, no Burger King. No Kentucky now come out of my hood. Some blood clot, steamed fish and okra and some peanut punch juice with some Irish must and okra and that and oats and Supplicant and him sitting there blend up. Girl for breed. Now I follow the Prime Minister. Andrew Holness need workforce for Jamaica. Andrew, look, we are talking about something where induction by the book. Be fruitful and multiply. Things never run right. And when I start having my youth, them, I get blessed. I'm showing you something. It's when you have a youth, the father provide and prove how him provide. Because he make sure he put milk in the woman. Him not send you to Publix or Winn-Dixie or Walmart or no supermarket. Him show him provision by putting milk in the woman. Means even if she in a desert, food there for the youth. Children are blessing. In a club up by buckle and buckle. All the way start buckle and wait up weather with buckle. But him not buy nipple buckle. Him not buy pampers neither. And we them boy they can't come beside her, come and pop it off and make them run go either. Some people will try to go let them want to shame me. I'm proud of my 22 youth. More life we say. More life, more money, more wife. What I'm doing now?
More life, more money, more wife. That is his slogan. But tell him I said there is one pretty done. I don't know if you remember. I was the first one who did a video. And the reason I did that video was because I've known this pretty done from me. I grew up in Miami. Back in I thought about 8, 9, 10 years old coming up till now, right? So when I saw the other pretty done, I was like, how come that one is using this one name? And I actually had a video of this one confronting the other one, run upon the other one in a store in Miami. I said that is this pretty done ground. The man here run that ground there. So eventually they were gonna meet. And they did meet. And the other pretty done, which is the girl pretty done, was giving all respect and stuff to this pretty done, but this pretty done had a problem with that pretty done using his name because his name and his business and everything marked under trademarked under pretty done. So with all that said, that's the pretty done who me know as pretty done from way back when man used to have mad hairstyle and things. As you can tell, he's still that. But that's a father of 22 children. That's a father of 22 children, but him is not like, I give him his props because he's not like a ninja man, where, 22, pick the 23, pick the 22, baby mother, real bad man. When Ninja Man said that, but he didn't raise them children, this is pretty done, raise him, pick them, and take care of him, pick them. If you ever see him with a bag of picnic around him, it look like he has people's children around him, but they're all his. He actually did a song the other day, which I think I saved it to my phone. I didn't upload it to this though, so I could show you. But he went and put a picture and a name, each time children them in a song, right? Even the one where drop out recently, he did a video not too long ago where he was talking about fentanyl and telling the parents out here to be careful because your kids, them might go take a draw off of them friend vape at school or something like that. And that one draw could have killed them. You know what I mean? Something like that reached one of his boys, which we all knew as Jet Li, and he passed away recently in recent times. But yeah, man, some real thing, pretty done attack. We did I go call that segment there Stushhood. The man said, if you're not treating your body properly, you would have got stush in the bush. Stush, stush act like don't touch me. I saw you something I got because you can't get up. And you can't do nothing, and you can't breed nobody daughter, and these kind of things. The birth rate are going to lower, your sperm count are going to lower. He talk about treating your vehicle. Man stay already. A Benz driving, high octane gas, me have to put in that. All these things, but you're not putting high octane food in your body, but you have put high octane gas. Extra mileage for gas in your car, which is something we talk about here all the time. Anyways, right? You have to take care of your body. You drive your car, you like your car, you maintain your vehicle, you have to maintain your body as well. So it was right along the lines of what I was saying or been saying all along. But yeah, that brother there is a father of 22 children. He is. And him look young. He looks young, but he's not young. A big man like myself. So with that said, I guess 22 children will keep you looking young for a long time to come. Me not reach 22. I didn't even reach halfway at 22. I think I'm cool with 7. That's where I'm at. I got 7. I'm thankful for my 7. I think me I got pipe down and hold it so. Right? He is entertaining at best, says Lulu Ridges. That he is. Pretty Dan just full of life and energy, man. He's always been like that too, like super energetic and always talk some real things. Even before social media stuff was like that. I used to be some bad man them too, but all right, we're not getting all that this morning. Some wise statements, but I hope you have enough resources and time for them. Money alone can raise children. Well, Junior Copeland, that is a guy who is what you call a serial and super entrepreneur. You would have to ask somebody who is from Miami to explain to you, coming on going on man business. I'll tell you like this. The man have legitimate businesses that allows him. Everybody life ain't set up the same. Some people have the freedom because they have invested in certain things and their money coming in a lot and it comes in differently. So them can fly gas and so when them feel like it, they have time for 22 children, get up everybody and do things together and all that. Whereas you have some people who have 2 children or 1 and still can't find time for the 1 or 2 picnic because you have to be working 2 jobs and 3 jobs and your picnic not see you neither, you know? So he does it. He does it. He owns things and he runs businesses. That's what he's known to do, and he makes a lot of money doing it, and he's financially able and stable and has been for a while. He's well known. This is not a guessing person. This is a well-known person out there in the streets. If you saw DJ Khaled the other day, where a street was being renamed after one of the Miami greats, so to speak, and DJ Khaled showed up. If you notice, Pretty Don was there also, and DJ Khaled went over and greeted Pretty Don. I can show you, like, he is known on a different level. So yeah, the man good. Him having resources and picking them well taken care of. I'm not going to try that because I don't have enough resources to take care of 22 children, right? Right. But his slogan is, he's not a monogamous anyways. He's a polygamist. That is his thing. He actually literally has always spoken about a man should never have 1 wife. And I've seen all his women together, and they all agree that this is the arrangement. Remember me telling us, man we call themselves gallus. You call yourself a gallus, but you're really a cheater. Because if your main woman ever find out she's leaving, that's not a gallus. A gallus is a man who have 4, 5, 6, 7 women, and the 4, 5, 6, 7 women are contributing to the circle, and the 4, 5, 6, 7 women are aware of each other. Nobody is fighting or complaining about each other. Them comfortable with how the situation is running. Whatever the thing is that holds them there, that are for them business. But them, when you do it like that, then me say, yeah, you have that pan lock. All right. Grand Rising, beautiful people. It's the freaking weekend, baby. SouFlo and family, salute. Big up yourself, family. I appreciate you greatly. Thank you so much, and we salute you. Hey, why that picture they look like Mr. Vegas, so? Nigel Joseph. Nigel, I was just going to say, it's hey, kill him with you now. I thought that was Mr. Vegas right there. But big up yourself, fam. We appreciate you greatly. Trina, Luke, and JT Money too. Yeah. Right, bunches? All right. My father only have 2 girls, and sometimes him call me by my sister name and vice versa. I find myself doing that now too. Me I call Kaya, Jaden, or call him Kosi, or call Kosi Kai, or call... Like, you start mixing. I'm at 7 and I'm mixing names up already. So you can imagine 22. Yo, me that just name them by number. Hey, number 1, come here. Call number 7. Tell number 14 to come. Because everybody will have a... Me no know. I couldn't keep up with that. Oh, man. Yeah, man. Pretty damn move like a real king. From long time till now. You know what I mean? He's a solid dude. The streets know his name for sure, and he handles business. He handles. You know what? One day I should actually coordinate. I don't do interviews though. That's the thing. I don't do interviews. You know, sometimes there are functions out in and people see me and they're like, SouFlo, run go grab the camera, bro, and come do some interview and stuff. And I'm like, I don't do interviews. And me can't see the look on them face like, I wouldn't think him is like, some people want to tell us, hey boy, you just want to vlog up on YouTube, go grab the camera and do some interview, man. Big star them in a place. But I'm here to party like everybody else. Me not do interview. I've never done interviews, so I don't want to start running behind people with a camera kind of thing, you know? But I think every now and then I might step out of my comfort zone and start doing 1 and 2 interviews. I know some very interesting people who I think could come across well in some interviews, especially a father of 22 children who is also successful. He has a lot that he could share. He's been through the ups and downs too. Don't think it's been only peaches and cream, but I would rather him tell him story than me tell him story, right? Where you say Shakira, Shakira done, so you depend on your own. Well, Shakira done, but woman not done. I said to one of my brethren in Jamaica, I say, all right, so you're done now, because he just got another child as well, right? And I say, so you're done now. And the first thing out of him mouth is, done which part? Suppose me and this woman no work out, and God bless me with the next one, and she fertile and young, and she want children. Me not stop make baby. So, you know, some people have that in their mind. I think I'm where it's at. I don't want to have to be running after my children at the park and I'm tripping and falling. You know, when you trip and fall at a certain age, your balance and coordination is off once you pass a certain age, okay? And you bending down to go pick up children and catch them when them are run around. Next thing you drop on people and laugh. I don't want to be showing up to graduation in looking like grandpa. Live on the air with SouFlo. Good morning. Yeah, hello. I want to go on there, so don't tell me say I'm my fault. One more time. Live on the air with SouFlo. Good morning.
Hey Flo, how you doing?
There we go. Morning, my brother. How you doing?
I'm all right.
I'm good.
What do you mean you don't do interviews? I mean, you have to understand that sometimes people like the questions you ask. You know, when you're talking to some woman and you're picking their brain. So sometimes, you know, remember, so
would y'all want me to do interviews? I'm asking the audience. There's over 400 people here. I'm asking, well, most of them can't answer because they're on the outside. But for those of you who are in here, would y'all want me to do interviews? Let me see.
Yeah.
Let's see what the audience said. Go and talk, Jerome.
Chat. We want him to, because listen, SouFlo read Winford Williams and he read Anthony Miller. So I think he'll pattern them and he'll ask the question sometimes where people afraid to ask. Because, like, I know you, Flo. So, for example, Ibas pull up right now.
Damn, a lot of people are saying yes. I wouldn't think that.
What?
A lot of people in the chat are saying yes, and I wouldn't think that.
Why?
I don't know. I just wouldn't think that my audience would want me to go do interviews.
No, because you're going to ask the questions we want to hear. You're going to pick these people's brain. You understand?
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to show you something. We have seen Vice Carter do a lot of interviews, a lot of reasoning. But for some way, you'll find to ask all 3 questions where nobody has ever asked before. And then it's going to, you know, maybe you ask a question like said, the first time they accuse you of this guy that, you know, that you kill him and...
But see, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that, Jerome. So I wouldn't do that. You can use one different example. The reason I wouldn't do that is because some people want to put their past behind them. And as much as the past is storied, it's kind of like if I was to do an interview right now with Buju Banton, I wouldn't go back and say, well, you know, I put up a video back in the day and I didn't know if you held it against me, but I did put up a video back in the day of you in the warehouse and we did see when you did, you know, test the coke out, you know, to see if it did. And I want to know, where were you at mentally when you did that? You could imagine how that interview that would have turned out. Yeah, that couldn't turn out good. So I would rather leave that stuff. People be.
So did you like asking Buju? Did you think you would tell him drive, but don't stop at all? you know, and you have a Nextel phone with a singular chip. What were you thinking when you were writing those lyrics, Bojo?
Lord God.
Because that's for the street.
Oh, yeah, I try, sir. Let me tell you what kind of question for ask. The things that I'm the time has passed to ask certain questions to certain people, and you have to recognize that and just don't go there. So, you know what I mean? Like for instance, if I say for instance, I go, which I am going, God willing, we done payment already. We're just waiting for them to reach to the tier where we start to select our rooms and stuff or our accommodation. But I'm definitely going to the Vibes Island something in April of next year. Right? And I'm encouraging a lot of you to come along as well. It's allowed. If I buck up Cartel Deso and I have my Digi GoPro coming by the Digi, you know, and I have my Digi camera, which is small and sleek and easy to carry around, and it gives big films and sound. I'm getting ready for something. I don't know what it is, but if I buck him up Deso, I would never ask anything about prison life and being released from prison and a murder case and something. I'm on a ship. I'm on a ship.
So give your audience, like, you know, just one.
I'm surprised a lot of people did say yes just now, though. I wasn't expecting that. I actually, truly, honestly was expecting most of you to say no, SouFlo, don't do it. But yeah.
No, because remember when you bring on the guy from Compound Town, you notice you were asking many questions where after you finish, a lot of people understand more than just what average social media said. So sometimes your reason
Mr.
you
Patterson.
ask questions.
Mr. Patterson? It was Mr. Patterson, because that's the only person I ever brought. Yeah.
So, Mr. Patterson.
Yeah. But it wasn't really an interview. That was me wanting Mr. Patterson to educate us. And I was amazed by some of the stuff he was saying, because even me never know them sitting there. So, you know, there's a difference to that and a different dynamic to that and an interview. An interview is your bet. I think somebody who does an interview should first of all educate themselves about the individual you're about to go interview, right? And then, of course, there is your original style that you're going to bring to it. I tell everybody this all the time. We are all original in our creation. That's what makes you beautiful. All I know. Can look by yourself right now and say you're beautiful enough. Do it. Look by yourself right now and say you're beautiful, because there is no other you. You are you, right? So you bring that to it as well. So, and I think that would be the turning point or the change for one of my interviews then, is that it will have SouFlo flavor to it other than how somebody else do it. Yeah.
So let me ask you something, because I know that if you're doing an interview, if it's an artist and the artist I say, you see me, I say, Zine, it's like you're going to lose some brain cell. Are you going to address it? You're going to say, yo, come on, you got to speak up. Tell us more.
And these are the things I worry about, because I probably would. I probably would. You know, there's a part of me that is so straightforward, it's almost disrespectful. Because I would literally go, bro, you work with me to organize this interview, and the only thing you give me is, you know, I say, yeah, all right then. I mean, looking at the camera and talk to the people so them can understand everything that you're saying, and then the person, depending on how they take it, that might be the end of the interview. Hell, we might be a fight. That might be the end of the interview, you know what I say? All right, I style that. But I think I would still have enough sense to style it a certain kind of way. Maybe I style that, right? I style that. All right. Everybody different. Everybody communicates different. Everybody is different. You don't know. So I wouldn't hold it against them.
But there's a lot of you have some people they're so good at what they do that even the dumbest of dumb person, reasoning with them, you will get them to talk about something that shows that they're not that dumb after all.
True. Like me could I bring out another side to them?
Yes.
Yeah, I think I could do that. I think I definitely could do that. Yeah. True.
Flo, remember, you know. All right, no, remember. Big up yourself, man. you did not talk friggery or foolishness. Just big up yourself. Happy Friday.
All right, my brother, big up. Yo, it's not easy, you know. Oh, man. All right, you could start out and evolve. What you say? Okay, Dan Wilson says you could start out and then evolve throughout each interview, much like your show now, and you can do it, and it would be good. Yeah, I honestly wasn't expecting a lot of you to say that. I thought most of you would have said a no, but now that I've seen so many yeses in here, I'm probably going to be looking into doing some interviews. It's your straightforwardness is why you would be great at interviewing. You know the kind of people. I shouldn't even say the kind of people. Let me just leave it where it's at. Because if I was to start doing interviews, I have a long list of people that I just would love to talk to hear what them have to say. But upon my kind of questioning terms, I don't want them come give me the same thing them tell everybody else. And I'm not going to ask the same questions everybody else ask. And that's where the difference is going to be. You know, I honestly thought it's not worth doing interviews because I've seen a lot of interviews. And every time I see the same artist, I'm going to watch 4 interviews. I've seen and I've heard the same questions asked and answered in all 4 interviews. So that's why I was like, well, maybe there's no point in me doing that because I'm just going to be the 5th one that's the same information going. But now that I look on it, when I put it there, Jerome put it like that, yeah, I think I would choose a different angle and it would come out something different. Catch vibes one morning. What do you mean catch vibes one morning? Like catch a vibes in here, or you mean like catch vibes cartel early in the morning one morning? Catch vibes cartel early in the morning one morning. On camera for morning thoughts. Interesting. Let me see. I can't promise nothing because I don't run him schedule. But that's a lot to ask. That's a lot to ask. It's not impossible though. But it's a lot to ask. Yeah. Oh, you mean Vibes Cartel Pussy G? Yeah. All right. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I ain't promising nothing, but we'll see. All right. Let's get the sad stuff out the way first. Right? Let's talk about the twins. I feel kind of hurted. I don't know if y'all watch Shatters. What I'm saying, I feel kind of hurted for the youth. I feel kind of hurt for them. But at the same time, there is death and then there's life still. I can't imagine how the young girl, one of the twins who survived, is going to feel throughout her life. Like, I came into this world with somebody attached to my chest and they separated us and my other half died, you know? So the countdown had begun and Stacey Ann Ferron Williams was eagerly preparing to welcome her granddaughters, 2-year-old Azora and Azaria Elson, beautiful names. They were preparing to welcome them home from overseas. She said that they were 2 weeks away from touching down back on Jamaican soil after the separation of the conjoinment had been successfully completed. The formerly conjoined twins were born via C-section on November 7th of 2023 at the University Hospital at the West Indies. And the girls who were joined at the abdomen departed Jamaica last July for Saudi Arabia, where a successful surgery to separate them took place on November 13th of 2025 at the King Abdullah Specialist Children's Hospital in Riyadh. It gave each girl a chance to live and be independent of each other. So after, did y'all see I don't know if they're the oldest conjoined twins, but they are women now in their 40s, I believe, late 30s, early 40s. And they got married. One of them got married and have a husband. And they are not separating from each other because they said that the surgery has its risks. And if one of them died and left the other one said she couldn't live without her other half. So they were asking them questions like, okay, so your sister now has a husband. You seen it, right? They're like, your sister now has a husband. And they had a full marriage. I talk about wedding dress and him in him suit and walk down the aisle in front of the pastor, say your I do's, whisked off in the chariot to go consummate the marriage, so to speak, honeymoon night. And your sister attached to you? I don't want to be disrespectful or nothing. Me I say, yo, your sister take some hard backers and you attached to her. How that work? You know what I mean? Like your husband put in the work, bend up him back in it, and your sister is attached to you. Like, how does that work? That was the first thing that came to my mind, is how does that work? And I see the husband kissing his wife and all that. I'm wondering if sometime him kiss the sister instead, because they look dead alike. they're identical twins. And you know, some identical twins have a difference where you can tell, yeah, they're identical, but they don't really look. No, them look exactly alike. It's just two of them, but they're attached like this. I couldn't help but think that. Like, you married? You have a husband now? So what when your husband want to strip down his wife and, you know, me I said, do some things. Like, do you close your eyes? Do you put in earplugs? Do you put on a headphone and turn up the music loud? And like you go up on the ride with them, or your head banging the board too? Like, how does it work? How does me curious? I wanted to know. That's Randy's daughter said. Randy's daughter said that sounds sick. That sounds sick. I'm gonna be honest with you again. When I looked at him, the husband, no disrespect, but I thought something about you, guy, because of all the people, and he's a normal looking guy. Like, you know, him probably could have chose. I don't know. Some people have weird fetishes. I've seen men feed their women until she can't move, and she is like 450, 500 pounds, and you know him that they are salivate over her and massaging her rolls, and she have like big rolls on her thighs, and him push him hand between the roll them, and he's like he's loving on her, and he's like, eat more, baby. There's a tub of ice cream, and she just, and he's like, yes, I love that. Oh, like me, I'm gonna kill you with it later. Just yam up everything in there, and she's yamming off the whole grocery list in like one sitting. You know, there's people have fetishes out there that I can't understand. Chubby chasers, boy, then he is. What'd you say? Let's Buy TV said, there goes your first interview. A good place to start. Yo, I can't understand. I can't. And these ain't chubby though, but they're called chubby chasers. But them they're not chubby. This a way past chubby. This is more like, I don't know, my 600-pound life on steroids. Something. The love life of my 600-pound life recipients or something like that. Anyway, after months of post-operation care, plans were being made for Azora and Azaria, as well as their mother, Leisha McMurray, to return home to Jamaica soon. However, almost out of nowhere, because they thought everything was good, tragedy struck. Baby Azora, who her grandmother, Stacey Ann Farron Williams, called Singer, she died on Monday night at the hospital in the Middle Eastern country. The grandmother said, I was looking forward to seeing her, to play with her, and for her to just bond with all of us and her siblings. That dream will now never come true. So instead of preparing to welcome home two little girls, the family is now bracing to receive only one child and the body of another. Both of my granddaughter them are going to come home soon, but one of them will just be a body. The news of Azora passing came in a quiet, uneasy hours before dawn when McMurray, the mother, said that her heart sank instantly. She tell me, say, Azora dead. And me beg her to show me her. Please show me her. Me say my granddaughter just look like she asleep. She looked so beautiful. And she had a smile too. She was peaceful. It surprised me. I mean, just I wonder if she couldn't come home. She said as tears began to roll down her face. Yesterday though, a video call The weight of loss hung thick in the air for McMurray as she sat quietly in a room in Saudi Arabia, overcome with grief. This is the mom. Her eyes were swollen because she's been crying for so long, from hours of crying. Her cheeks still damp, her body slumped under the unbearable reality she now faces. She's bringing home one living child and a body. Nearby, life continued as little Azaria, the surviving twin, played by herself. Too young to understand that the sister who was once attached to her at the abdomen was no longer here. So after offering words of encouragement to her daughter, Ferron Williams paused for several seconds as she tried to process the harsh reality of this death. She said that her daughter had taken the toddler to the routine medical appointments. She said, this is the grandmother speaking, said her daughter, which is the mother of the twins, had taken them to the routine medical appointment, but was immediately directed to the emergency unit after doctors detected complications and determined that urgent care was now needed. Medical staff quickly began administering fluids and conducting a series of tests, but despite their efforts, the child passed away shortly after. I cried when I saw the video of her just fighting for her life, but she just couldn't manage, her grandmother said. The suddenness of the death left the family in shock. They were actually preparing to come back to Jamaica with a successful story, and this happens right when they're getting ready to leave. I stopped when I saw how pretty she was and how she was just smiling, the grandmother said. She wasn't vexed, and I know she was very strong because she must have been in pain because she was crying the day before. She was a strong little baby girl. So for Ferron Williams, Azora was a constant melody in her life. Despite being thousands of miles away, she was always babbling, always smiling, always finding a way to make her presence felt, even though the connection was through a phone screen. Azora, she loved to make noise, and that is why I call her singer, because she's always babbling, always singing, Ferron Williams said yesterday. One of the rare occasions that she managed to smile, the grandmother. So when her mother called, you could see that she come and she peep in the phone and she give off a smile and then she just run off. Once, bound to her sister at birth, very independent step Azora took felt like a miracle. Every independent step she took felt like a miracle unfolding before our eyes. To see her running, free and full of life on her own, that in itself was a powerful reminder of just how far she has come, because she couldn't do it before. She was attached to her sister by the abdomen, so none of them could take off running. They had to move with each other everywhere they went, right? Following the separation surgery, Azaria was intubated for nearly 2 weeks after doctors detected a weak heartbeat. She eventually woke up on December 2nd, and in the days that followed, she and Azora created precious memories that their family will forever cherish. I hope they took a lot of pictures and videos, because that little girl, she's not going to remember much by the time she lives to be 12, 13, 14. She's not going to remember much. She's going to have like premonitions and stuff because it's a twin, but she's not going to remember specifically much of anything. So it'd be cool to actually show her pictures and videos. This was you and your sister in Saudi Arabia, and she's gonna be like, oh mommy, we were twins for real, like she looked just like me, you know, that kind of stuff. I hope they preserved some of those moments for her later years. Not long after being discharged from the hospital, the twins achieved another milestone, taking their first independent steps, a triumph that once seemed almost impossible. So amid the overwhelming grief, Ferron Williams expressed gratitude for the outpouring of support and prayers from well-wishers. She said she continues to encourage her daughter to remain strong and to lean on her Christian faith, while reminding her that she is not alone and that she is surrounded by love and support. Remember, we talked about this and we said it worked out that they got sent or they had to go to a Muslim nation where Muslims used their Allah-given expertise to separate the conjoined twins successfully. And the doctors said all praises due to Allah. And the mom and her side of family said, thank you, Jesus. Hallelujah, Jesus. Remember we talked about that? I was really hoping and wishing that they would have made it, both of them, and they would have grown up and could tell their story later, or, you know, we would see something else down the road. Not like this. Not like this for them. That's sad. But this is life and death, right? This is life and death. And we're not the creator. We're not the almighty creator. So we couldn't call that one here. Them say our heartbeat wasn't good. Our heart wasn't standing up. I think the fact that they were both sharing vital organs and were separated like that, maybe more of the energy, I guess, or something went to the other twin instead of, I don't know how to call it. I'm not the doctor. I just send out my condolences to the family though, because they did live long enough to be, to create an impact on their family. It's not like them was stillborn. I picked them where grow up a little bit. So they had time with them. And in the little bit of time that she was here, she did experience some level of independence where she was able to learn to walk and run independently, something they couldn't do when they were conjoined. So in her short time on earth, she experienced that, to run off by yourself, like how every little picnic would have do. Me used to run off by myself all the time. So did all I know, right? And she got to experience that before she passed. Sad. Sad. I wish them all the best. And I know, you know, God is in control. They'll be all right. I'm sure that they will have memories. When I say you're the finest, I'm sure that they will. Memories don't live like people do. Yeah. Memories don't live like people do. They'll always remember you. Or when things are good or bad. It's just the memories that you have. Hey boy, stop live down in the past. Stop remember when man around. Oh man, it's a sad situation still. It's a sad situation. Yeah, I wish them all the best, and may they find comfort in these times. You know, losing a baby is not. I've never had to, but I did. I have twin sisters. See, there's a lot of stuff about me y'all don't know. I have twin sisters. And I was in Germany, stationed in Germany. I was in the army, and the Red Cross message came through. When Red Cross message come through for you and you're stationed overseas, it's never a good thing. It means your family wants you to come home because tragedy has struck. And it was one of my twin sisters, right? So my twin sister, Toya, she passed away, and it was one of those things. I watched her parents, my dad and my stepmom, which is his wife. I watched them go through having to lose their child so young, you know. And I might think no step no did it. It was just she's my next mom. Because I call her mom too. She's my other mom, you know. And those are my sisters. We have the same father, but we might as well have the same mother. So it's my sister. I used to be in Brooklyn. They used to come see me every weekend. I used to hold them hand, walk them across the street, go to the candy shop, buy big bags of candy for each one of them. And these the memories we created together, you know. Or I used to go out to Connecticut and be out there with them, or whatever the case may be. So they would come see me in Brooklyn more than anything else. I used to cut my own father's hair when he'll come see me. Big up daddy, Donald Mackenzie. Anyway, a rough something, man, for lose your picnic. Rough thing. All right. Speaking of that song, hey boy, stop live down in the past. Dexta Daps was doing a show. And I don't know who to send this to me. This show, for those of y'all who don't know, is driven by people, mostly. So SouFLo, talk about this. That is why I always say, if you have something that you feel we need to talk about, mention it. Or especially on those days when we do anything goes. Pull up, right? All right. Dexta said that, listen, Dexta said Beenie Man is a king. And people are offended that Dexta said Beenie Man a king. When you sent that to me, speaking to the person who sent it, I think I have the video. Because in that video, Dexta said something about him no business about nobody. No care where no man wants to see you and come from. All that. Wherever that's supposed to mean, right? Nobody can do nothing. A bad man place them come from. That's what we entail that to me. You know, when people are going to fight you in Jamaica, you can't really fight to start up about which part you come from. Yeah. Matches Liam come from, you know, youth. Like, you come from gunman era, don't make you a gunman. You come from badman era, don't make you a bad man. But we normally do them kind of something there. So Dexta was saying all that. In saying all that, though, him actually said, being a king. People are offended, but them said SouFLo talk about it. Here's my 2 cents or 5 minutes of it. Because I don't want 2 lakhs to say me I take him 2 cents. Something. Big up 2 lakhs. Even though we were saying my 2 cents long before that. Right? But anyway. Beenie Man is a king. He is. And I've always said that. Beenie Man is a king. I don't know why that would offend anybody. He is a king. You're talking about Beenie Man. We're talking about Beenie Man is probably the only dancehall artist that has been here across 4 decades in dancehall. 4 decades, you know. Because Beenie started this thing when Beenie did a little bit. I remember my mom had, when I was growing up, my mom had a 45 record. And upon the record was one little youth. Upon the record. And I grew up to know that that record was Beenie Man. I say that from me a picnic. So, Beenie is a king. Not only has he embossed long time ago, but he has managed to remain relevant throughout those decades. These are things you can't take from somebody, right? His accolades are there. And I've told y'all before, when I saw Beenie Man perform for the first time, I've seen him perform quite a few times since, but when I saw him perform for the first time, it was in Miami at Bicentennial Park, and I'll never forget, it was like them switch where the stage was. So this night, the stage was like right underneath, I don't know if which hotel, and all the balconies lit up to like a 22-story hotel. It was just a beautiful scene. The breeze are blowing nice out there. The weather was warm, but not too hot. And Beenie Man took the stage. And it was the first time I had ever seen a dancehall artist do what he did with a band. And I came away with a new respect for him. I was like, yo, like my jaw dropped. I was like, I've never seen this level of performance from a dancehall artist before. Again, stuff that you cannot take away from Beenie Man. Live, bad. With a band, a live band, him, bad. On top of that, and his legacy, we can't say nothing else. I did say though, Beenie never bust nobody. Because he didn't. There isn't a group of people that we can look at and say, and this is where people are going to say, oh, you give backhanded compliment. It's not backhanded compliment, it's factual. I can tell you 2 things can be true at the same time, right? So he can be great. He could have been that guy who's been relevant for over 4 decades now. Hold the crown for that. Him could be all the other things, but we don't have a stable of artists that we can say, yo, Beenie artists, them there, you know, you see how them move like Beenie Man, you see how them sound like Beenie Man, you see how them, you know what I'm saying? And the conversation that I had that caused the kickoff with Mr. Vegas back in the time, that caused I put Mr. Vegas' name in it too, and I put Sean Paul's name in it too. People who I think are icons that don't have a stable of artists that they took and gave them a brand, so to speak, where we can look and say, Vegas artists, them there, no. No, they might have done stuff for people behind the scenes. I'm not talking about what's done behind the scenes. I'm talking about what you did, who you put under the limelight. And again, I got that from an interview I was watching with Mr. Winford Williams, where Mr. Winford Williams actually said You know, this is the thing that would brand Jamaica brethren. He said, brand Jamaica brethren, we have to start building and owning brand Jamaica in a sense where big artists that have the limelight, don't wait until the light leaves you and your career start to fizzle to start to want to bring somebody else forward. Share the spotlight with them while you are building yourself and you are out there and you have the front page of everything. That means when your brand start to fizzle, your proteges will start to step to the front, because no man beats time, right? Right. Time is not anybody's friend. It keeps moving even when we're sleeping. So eventually your spotlight are going to leave you. Now, if we keep on putting it on another protege and another protege and another protege of somebody that's great, we will always have brand Jamaica trending out there. That was something that I took from a conversation with Mr. Winford Williams. And I said, Sean Paul never do that. Beenie never do that. Mr. Vegas never do that. And those guys are big, huge in a lot of places around the world, right? With that said, Beenie is, and Dexta didn't say anything that was wrong. He said, words are, Beenie Man is a king, is what he said. Him never said Beenie Man is the reigning king of dancehall. If Dexta did say that, no, me and Dexta would have a problem. But I know that him said Beenie Man is a king. He should be treated as such. He should be respected as such. And I completely agree. So the person, what do you want me to talk about that me have to say about that. Go back and look at what Dexta said exactly. He said Beenie is a king with a king. That means there are other kings. Dexta himself is a king. Dexta Daps cut him own lane in a dancehall music. The thing with Dexta do, me no see nobody else a do it. Him have him own thing a go on. That makes him a king. When you come up with your own style and you cut your own lane and you become so relevant and you build your own audience and then you're selling out big shows and you become a household name in so many places around the world, you yourself are a king as well. So what if a king out there, he is just not the king of dancehall, but he's a king. All right. I think the person be upset like Dexta this cartel cause them see Dexta and cartel talk, you know, and them feel like say he must stab him in the back by saying Beenie is a king. Anyway, moving right along. He is a king. He is not the king. The relevant king at the moment, and has been for quite some time, is none other than, don't get it twisted, is still Adidja Palmer, aka Vibes Cartel, otherwise known as Teacher, or whatever else name him have out there. And that is the king. And that is undisputed at this moment. With that said, moving right along. We talked about the Conjoined Twins. We talked about the Beenie Man Dexta Daps thing. We talked about let's get into the Brandy something. I found this. I want to leave the killing of that vice mayor and jealousy in a relationship and stuff for the last. Brandy says, now I'm going to say this before I say anything. Is there anything that could be left in the past? I'm a person who obviously come from, I have a shirt, right? See here. I just ordered this shirt and the shirt come in a 5X. You know, a big like bedspread. I don't know who ordered this in a 5X, but the shirt come big so. But look at the shirt. This is, and I saw the shirt and I ordered it in 3X because the one I have on right now is a 3X. This not gonna fit me. We can wrap up in this and go sleep. But I come from a different time. So if you look at this, where it says never forget, you see the phone up there, so to my right. Who remembers having that phone in a them house? There's the music box on there. Who remembers having that? You have a Walkman with headphones on there. You have a projector like the one the teacher them used to have in the classroom for make we watch stuff on the whiteboard. You have one of them big back TV there where you have to get up and change the channel with your hand because we never have remote, or you have to like twist up the two antenna them, or some people had to go outside and move the antenna that was on the house. You have the Game Boy game right there. You know, we come from them time though. We come from a different time where we didn't have all that ways of putting out your personal stuff. So some things just remained quiet. You know, I do. Where's the 8-track? The 8-track. I don't think the 8-track is on there. Let me see. Yes, there's an 8-track player right here. The 8-track player is over here. Right, that's up. Right? No, is it? No, that look like a recorder. That look like a voice recorder. You have a turntable. People don't use turntable again. You have Atari. You have the walkie-talkie. I don't know what the hell this is. You have a big back computer. Remember the big back computer, when you sign on to your computer, it would take like a half a day for your computer fee. And then we never used to have pictures on the screen of our computers. We used to have some like something where gossa, no pictures or anything. Man, we've come a long way in a short time, you know. And I'm saying all this to say, Brandy says, let's get into it. Brandy says that her ex-boyfriend, Wayna Morris of Boyz II Men, took advantage of her due to their age gap. Now, she also went on to say, the shame ends here. This is how it went. Brandy is opening up for the first time about her relationship that she says has haunted her. And so she said, no, she said the relationship haunts her. In Phases, the R&B superstar's new memoir is called In Phases. She shares details of her late 90s relationship with Boyz II Men singer Wayna Morris that she says began when she was 16 years old and he was in his early 20s. Turns out he was 22 years old and Brandy was 16. The two collaborated on a hit song Broken Hearted in 1994, and she shares that their friendship quickly turned into romance. 16-year-old with a 22-year-old left into the studio, turned into romance. She said, I was in over my head, sneaking around with Wayna, lying to my parents, had become a constant thing. They barely liked the idea of me dating at all, and telling them about us was out of the question. Now, she's talking about when she was 16. Brandy is almost 50. She's 47 years old today. And look at when we are going to bring this up. Honestly, this brought shame to Wayna now, because now people are looking at him and calling him, I've seen where people are calling him all kinds of names now, you know. But she said it wasn't just about upsetting or disappointing my parents. She continued, she said that Wayna and I understood with diamond cut clarity that public knowledge of our relationship would ignite scandal, potentially threatening everything that we had both worked for. So he and I opted for elaborate fiction. We would pretend patience and claim we were waiting until my 18th birthday before pursuing any romantic connections. All along, they were already hooked up romantically. Brandy writes of losing her virginity to Wayna Morris, who is now 52 years old. She goes on to share that as for the relationship, as it progressed, she became prone to comparing her he became prone to comparing her to other R&B singers, like namely Mariah Carey. His One Sweet Day song that he did with Mariah Carey, he was also increasingly hard to track down and she was required to page him prior to calling him. So the rules that he put in place during their relationship, don't call me unless you page me first. And he kept on, like he was saying, Mariah Carey must be better, and why can't you sing like this? Do the song like this way, These are the things that, with hindsight, you realize are wildly obvious signs of something wrong she wrote. She was naive. She didn't know that her man requiring her, well, she was a girl. She was a little girl. She was 16. She didn't know that a dude who's supposed to be in a relationship with her, requiring her to send a page before she makes a phone call. That will be the equivalent of today. Your person you're dating says, do not come to my house unless you call first and I approve, right? That would be a big red flag for me. If I'm dating and you're like, hey, you could pop up anytime you feel like, babe. I probably won't pop up anytime I feel like, but I would feel comfortable you saying that would give me some level of security. Like, she probably don't have nothing to hide, because why would she tell me I could pop up anytime I feel like, right? Even though I'm the kind of person to definitely call, because me no want to run up in a nothing when me no want to see. And then I'm me alone, I feel, oh God, no, I see that. And then somebody telling you, so why you never call before you go, right? The same reason I don't search bags. I don't search woman bag, because I don't want to go in there go see something with me. That turn your whole world upside down. You know what I'm saying? Search for stuff, you will find it. And then when you find it, I hope you can deal with it. He was trying to break her. I think he was young too at the time. Now, here's the danger of that. She speak of an age gap. 16 to 22 is not that far in number, because we now see people who are 22 and their significant other is in their 50s. And everybody now talk about they're two consenting adults. Leave people alone. Some people like older, some people like younger, right? 22 to 54 is a rotted age gap. 16, 19, 20, 21, 26 years difference is not an age gap. But when you're looking at 6 years as in a 22-year-old versus a 16-year-old, there's a big difference in development. There's a big difference in what he probably has experienced already. Remember in the Boyz II Men them time here? This is before cell phones like you have cell phone now and internet and stuff. Boyz II Men was selling millions of records. Boyz II Men was like, when them go up on stage and sing, girls were fainting kind of thing. Boyz II Men, it was pandemonium. So he was experiencing the height of fame. You can't imagine how many girls and groupies were being ran through or was throwing themselves at him. I'm sure he had his hand full. And at 22 years old, you didn't come from riches either, and probably didn't have enough coaching to handle this kind of life. You probably was trying to juggle both. I want to be in love with Brandy, but damn, there's titties and booties everywhere over here. I want to be in love with Brandy, but damn, this one's calling right here. Your boys are saying, man, come on, let's go. Talk to the one in the green dress, but Brandy is calling over here, though. My heart's with Brandy, but you know what I'm saying? He was caught up too. But she was 16. That's where the problem is. So she's saying, now that she's looking back, she realized that certain things were just obvious, but she was just too young and naive to see it. All those warning signs that I chose to ignore because I didn't know what the hell I was doing or what he was doing with me, just that I was in love. That's all I knew, or what I believed was love. Now, the first thing I said to myself was, Brandy did not hold on to this, and Brandy knows that this is going to make people call Wayne today a pedophile. They're going to call him a pedo today. And this is going to be a backlash that he cannot live down from this point forward. And this is how vindictive a woman can be. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, it's her truth, but at the same time, you could have let the bygone here be bygone. However, she timed it all the way till it's time to let it out and you're going to be crushed, but I don't care. You broke her heart. This is the guy that she first experienced falling in love with. This is the guy that, and Brandy come from good stock with good family, mommy and daddy, and, you know, tight security and everything. And she still find her way to weasel through it and have man and these kind of things. She was hurt. And she never got over that hurt. The guy she gave her virginity to. Remember this, Brandy comes from a time when virginity was a big deal. Virginity ain't no big deal no more. We were talking about that the other day too. Virginity is not a big deal anymore. No, I don't think anybody is talking to these young people today and are saying, hey, you know, once you give that away, you can't get it back. And you will always remember who you gave it to. And it ain't about if it was good or not. It's going to be you started your numbers then, right? And the impact that it has on you. And then in most cases, you have your little heart broke because your front did attach to it, the experience, unless it's a traumatic experience and against your will. If you step ahead and chose to do that, your little front did attach to that decision, so your whole little heart did unite. And now psychologically, you're scarred. That's the first scarring that a person gets right there. And then it goes on, and it goes on, and it goes on. The next person after that, and the next person after that. You started numbers. I don't think anybody is talking to them like that. Nowadays, the girl them come in like, yo, them can't wait to go suck some wood. And that is the trending thing. And all my friends are doing it. And me, I try hold out to, you know, but I want to do it still. That's what I see what it's like. And it's a different time we're living in. But Brandy comes from that time. So I can't imagine her being hurt by Wayne when she finally found out, he don't really love you like that, baby girl. And you are Brandy, but it doesn't matter. She says that the two split up after she discovered and he admitted that he was cheating on her. So for years, she says that Wayne and Morris had described their relationship as the young ingenue having a schoolgirl crush and getting her heart broken, but that's not the case. I believe he took advantage of me. The shame ends here. The silence ends here. This is what she adds, of coming to terms with the feeling that she was manipulated into the relationship and manipulated throughout the entire relationship. I was not a fast girl with a crush. I was not a dramatic teenager who couldn't handle rejection. I was not an unstable, obsessive fan. I was a child and he was an adult. And it's time that the world understood the difference. Oh, Brandy. Oh, you could have laid that to rest. The way she said that, I was a child and he was an adult. And it's time the world understood that. Let me say something, right? Not one of us thought in any recent time, I wonder whatever happened to Brandy and Wayne from Boyz II Men. Not one of us. Not one of us thought that. I wonder what happened to them. I wonder if Brandy was old enough to be dating him like 18. How old was Wayne at the time when he was dating Brandy? Nobody thought of that. Nobody. She's almost 50. That means there are a whole 2 generations at least who don't know half of Brandy songs and don't know none of Wayne's songs. Damn. See, if this was a case of my mom and them said he was a good artist to work with and Boyz II Men had blew up so big and I had a hit song that I had just done as well and they thought it was good to work with him and he came across as this good Christian guy and they said, okay, we could leave her in the studio with him and he forced himself on me and took advantage of me, I would have said, talk up the things them. Talk up the things them. Expose him. But you went as far as to explain that you knew and you and him sat together and planned how to not make your parents find out. And you were willing. Now, you got to remember that in some places, 16 is the age of consent. I would hold my 16-year-old accountable. You know? If my 16-year-old son hold down a girl right now and do things to her, I would have to hold him accountable. I can't say, oh, you just do that because you're 16. You don't know any better because the frontal lobe is not developed yet. Even at 16, you kind of know what right from wrong is. And you choose sometimes to participate in things that you know is against your parents' will, right? For you. She could have left that one alone. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. This is like payback, and this is a hell of a payback too. Missy Bram Bram says this is payback. All this time she's still loving on him. Yeah, I think she got her heart broke. I think she got her heart broke, and she's hurt, and she never got over that hurt. She never got over the hurt. Man, where you say you're the finest? You're the finest says, if it was our daughter, time passing would not matter. Actually, if it was my daughter, time passing would matter. And I would put, see, that's the difference. I would put things into context just like how I just put it into context. When I look at situations, I look at situations like it's my situation. I look at situation like that's my child. I don't look at situation from the outside and subtract myself from it. And that is how I'm able to make rational decisions or keep it as real as possible, right? Let me say it again. If this was my daughter that blew up musically, my baby girl could sing. She got a hit record out. Boom, Boyz II Men want to work with her. Wayne from the Boyz II Men group has a studio session tonight. I got to bring her there. And I bring her there and he presents a front and I drop her off and he forces himself on her and she hide it from me till today. At 47 years old that she is, I'm in my 60s, 70s. I'm still trying to kill this man. I'm still trying to either pay somebody to do it or get it done myself. I would be reeling mad. But if she sit and tell me that, mommy or dad, you know, remember Wayne, when you used to see us in those pictures? Like this picture right here, mom. You know I was 16, right? And I know you wouldn't approve of me dating. Dad wouldn't. But me and Wayne was already together right here. Remember when we did the interview on MTV? Or we did the 106 in Park interview? Yeah, we were together. We actually spent that night in a hotel before we came. Break it back to your parents like that. What am I going to say? It's gone. You're 47 years old. You're about to be 50. Did he force himself on you? No. You loved him? Yeah. He loved you, so I thought, damn, baby girl. You live and you learn, you know? That was a hard lesson to learn. You got your heart broke early. I was wondering what was going on with you because you started acting different after you weren't around him anymore. That's the kind of conversation I would have had with my child. Not, oh, this is detrimental. Like I said, nobody was thinking, I wonder what age Brandy was back in 19, how long when she was with Wayne. People saw them together. People thought she was old enough and thought they were an item. And that's that. And nobody ever thought anything different until she said what she's saying today. You know, it's hard for me to say that. But I got to put it in proper context, though. I got to put it in proper context. Wait a sec. She said, why Brandy don't bring up when she was unalive the person child? When she was unalive the person child? You mean like she got pregnant for Wayne and she dashed for the baby? Is that a thing? Or somebody else? Oh, she had a whole child with a guy that she lied about being married to Hustler for her image. Stop already. So, representatives for Wayne Morris did not respond to People magazine requests for comments, and over the years, the singer has spoken out about the relationship, including during a 2021 live social media post where he shared when he said, "We were young, you were young, and you fall in love." He added, "As time progressed, we grew out of each other. She grew out of me and I grew out of her. I might have grown out of her a little bit faster, and that's how he saw it, you know? Man, it's important for girls to remember that too. That's why them say woman can be like man, because I guess men are geared towards fling seed bag anyway and don't care. Like we, you know, if it look good, that's where the arousal would play, because men are visual and they're like, damn, bam, whoa, want some of that. And then they're able to perform upon that, and then that's that with no strings attached to the heart or nothing. Whereas a female, especially young female who comes from good stock, when a broke out early because somebody broke them out and they're now wilding out, if she come from good stock and get caught out there like that, you know, she's attached to whatever it is that she's bringing to the picture. It's super important to know that she's going to be scarred. She's going to be scarred. I don't think Brandy ever got over that relationship. She killed someone in a car crash. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Yes, Nans. I'm not aware of the car crash thing. But Nans, adapt me, I say, a million years later, especially in this climate. A million years later, especially in this climate. She knows what she was doing. I'm sure right now, Wayne is hiding his face. Because if he step out right now, TMZ and all these other people are going to be right in his face. Hey, Wayne, how's it going with Boyz II Men? And he's like, man, the group's going good. You know, we're actually booked for a couple of shows in Germany, and then we're going over to London. And the next question is going to be, so what's up with Brandy and that relationship you had with her when she was 16 and you were an adult? Yeah. Because that's what's coming for him now. That's in this climate too. There are people who are going to say, I don't give a damn what you say. She was a child, and whether she liked you or loved you or not, you manipulated her into a relationship. You were a pedophile. Good luck, Wayne. Good luck. I don't know if you could have made this right with her over the years. I don't know, maybe Brandy did want him back and said, come back to me and make it right. And him said, no, you're just not my type. I'm sorry. You fell in love. I didn't fall in love. You know, one of them cases that where she get whispered sweet nothings in her ear and she was too young and naive to understand what the full play was. Yeah, I think that's what it was. Her and her brother are a bit off. Yeah, you seen Ray J lately? Ray J came out and he was doing a show where he was bleeding through his eye, and then he said, oh, he had like the doctor said, he only has a couple of weeks to live and all other kind of something. Like Ray J for me is like somebody who is He had one song, One Wish. If I had one wish, that One Wish song there, and that's about it. And then Ray J, of course, the rest of the way is Brandy's brother. I don't know. I don't know. He carved his own lane. Ray J is more like into reality TV and entrepreneurship as well. But he says the most weird things too. And it's all about grabbing attention for the media because they understand that going viral works. As in, you don't care what people are going to say. As long as they're saying something about you, it's driving traffic to your content. You know what I mean? I'm not brave enough to do it because the things that you have to say, like Ray J the other day, I think Mace and Cam that have their podcast, Mace and Cam said something about Brandy. And Ray J did a video where Ray J is like, Mace, Cam, you looking real sexy right now. You looking real sexy right now. Yeah, I'm gonna grease you up and fuck you from behind, nigga. Yeah. What? And I remember one time he was up at a radio station and he promised somebody that he was gonna have his booty goons. He was like, and they're like, booty goons? What do you mean booty goons? He was like, yeah, I got, you know what I'm saying? I got buff niggas that come from prison and stuff, and that's what they're into. You know what I mean? They into taking the booty and they into other men. So I'm gonna have them line him up and do. That's how Ray J talks. That's how Ray J talks. And this drives crazy traffic to whatever it is out there he's selling, which equals dollars and cents. I'm not brave enough to do it. If that's what it's going to take to drive traffic, I'm going to have to go find something else to do. But I ain't brave enough to do it. But that's their world, you know, and you're committed to living in that kind of world. And then you just go all the way in and do all the things. Honestly, this right here with Brandy, I wish I could take it back. Well, I wish I could have taken back nothing for her, because I not take nothing for her. What man was giving her. I wish it never happened to her, because being empathetic, I could say it must be hurtful for a 16-year-old girl to be all in love with somebody and lose her virginity to this person, only for this person to turn around and think of it as nothing. You know, you were taught that it was everything. Hold on to it, only for somebody special and the person you're supposed to spend the rest of your life with. And she making love songs thinking, I'm going to grow up and marry him. Like me and Wayne Morris is going to get married one day and we're going to be a power couple. And she had planned all this love, romance, riding off into the sunset, wedding dress and flowers. And he's just thinking, I got the draws. I fuck Brandy. That's hurtful. That's hurtful. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
SouFLo, my brother.
Wagwan King.
Oh, I'm there for the work. I'm there with the phone. I'm there with the phone for Kahira a while ago. Well, you see, I don't take no fee, but I'm going to give.
No, I'm not take. I'm not take no way to that gear, bro.
Yeah, but I'm really. You don't probably do that same amount of blood. I think names about it about sort of lot. Anyway, when this what she has how she feel about but my thing is, why now?
Why now, bro?
Why now?
It happened when she was 16. She's 47. She pushing
why
50.
Now?
Why now?
When I like that.
John no star.
When you're 50, you find out sex. You will use and abuse or whatever you have to. As Mr. Bernard dispute what she has claimed.
Right.
But why now?
You just chuck it up to lesson learned, not true?
Exactly.
Lesson learned a long time ago at that.
Understood it and just move on.
Yeah, but
if you're going to talk about it, put it in a book.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Well, at that, you know, it's a memoir. It's a memoir she have. It's a book she put it in.
Like an interview promoter.
Well, she's now reading the book out because she have to sell the memoir.
Oh.
Me and you wake up today, we now look around and say, yo, Brandy dropped a book, I gotta read it.
Oh, okay, so
but it then create a controversy around the
so
book.
Guess what, go on?
See.
It's a money making topic right now.
That, man.
So it's not even so much of what you went through. You just realize that story can put dollars and cents in our pocket. So she just sell it that way then. Okay. So I'm not gonna really feel bad. Okay.
Wow.
It makes sense now. It makes sense.
Yeah, fling him under the bus.
So, yeah, I'm fling him under, but what guess I'm going? Yeah, come out and talk like you was so hurt and all of that. You really work. You just know that kind of story that sells in this day and age, and that's what you are doing, really and truly.
Right.
Like I said, but I don't play whatever you said to go true. However, though, we just think she are using the monetary thing right now.
Yeah.
Thank God, you know, come out and say, figure out put the feet and Ray.
Well, if they come out and say force himself on her, would have been a whole different story.
But yeah, I'm on it thing.
Yeah.
I'm on it thing. That's what it is. Okay, it makes sense now.
Yeah, man.
Anyway, I'm back in that chat. Let's hit the topic then when you say I feet up.
All right, my brother.
I'm here listening.
All right, manners.
Manners are up. Guess what the whole chat?
Saying.
I see a word.
All right. 5 up in the building. 5 up is in here as Let's Bond TV, y'all. That our plan B, somebody said. Junior Copeland said, Flo, the women in our family go in time, curse me out. Truth is, we tell them and then pretend we are in love to visit the promised land. Boy, we're gonna move along from Brandy now. It's a memoir that's out. Her book. And I think, yeah, now that 5 up said that, if she did put it in her book, and I'm forced to say it was a book, it's a memoir. That's how it came about. So she's reading excerpts from her memoir to the public. And that's what that is. Our last topic for the morning now. Remember me telling you, this weekend I got a lot of stuff going on. I got to leave here pretty soon. Got to go make sure these guys have all their stuff, the suits are in place and the cars and all these things. Me did things that me two son them going to the prom together as brothers, and they were just going to get a dope ride and show up and show out. And then one of them go get the girl and have date and the other one doesn't. So now they are going to be driving separate cars. And the two of them have them driver's license and all these other things, which is a good thing. It's a good thing. So it's going to be an interesting thing to see. I can't wait. I'm excited like on my prom. I'm telling you what, with my prom, I took pictures. Back in the day, we had Eckerd's drugstore in Miami. They used to develop pictures. And for sure, you see me come from a different time. Them time when them something here. I had one of those cameras. And remember the camera them where you take picture with the Kodak them, and then you drop the whole camera off the Eckerd's, and they would develop the pictures for you. It's the whole camera you drop off, It's not a reel in the camera or anything. You drop the whole camera off and then go in there and take out whatever and develop pictures. Well, when it was time for me to pick up my prom pictures, I went to Eckerd's. Eckerd's was like, we can't find them. I was livid mad. I was like, you can't find them? I can't recreate my prom night. I wasn't even going to go to my prom. My auntie was like, you have to go. This is something that you can't recreate. You got to go. So, my auntie make sure somebody have one suit. A suit match my car. And I drove myself to my prom, and I didn't have a prom date, which was cool. I didn't want to have a prom date. And I went to the prom, and I left with a girl. But I left with a girl not to go do nothing. It was just after prom, everybody met up. That was cool. And she was there by herself, and we all went racing on the highway and then went out to eat and then went our separate ways at daylight, talking to each other about, damn, this is the end of it for us. High school after this, nice knowing you, blah, 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 laughing, try to keep in contact and whatever. And Eckerd's lost the reel and no pictures. Come back in a week. Come back next week. Give us another week. I think we sent it off to XYZ. Turns out, months later, they said, finally, I think we lost it. But what we can do for you is we can give you a free couple of rolls or a free couple of those cameras. I was even more heated. A free couple of cameras. What am I going to do with that? My prom is gone. So I don't have no pictures of what happened on prom night for me. Which is messed up. Now my kids are in an era where they will have lots of memories because the two of them have phone. Them can flick up them iPhone all night, and I'm gonna be videoing a lot of the stuff, so and vlogging and posting. So they're gonna have memories to last. You know, it's all about making it better for the next generation and the next generation. So we are reminisce, but there's nothing we can do about it. It's in my memory. And that's where my prom night is. The whole camera. Yeah, y'all don't remember that? It's the yellow Kodak cameras. You click, 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 and then you drop off the whole camera to be developed. Yeah. Yes, it was a disposable batches. Now that me I say? Kodak. Who that I go get back? Me pick. How that I go get? Yeah, give me a couple of free disposable cameras. Can't get back my picture of them. I was mad as hell when they told me that too. Yeah, that too. S-Diva. Nowadays, the pics saved to your cloud and all these other things. My phone be reminding me of stuff. You know, sometimes you look down there and you look on something and you're like, damn, I can't believe I might want that. Take a one picture, take a next one picture, so you can look on it and say, blood fire, I'm blessed. Thank God, because I've heard of things that are like teeny tiny, and I'm not teeny tiny. I'm not the biggest, but I'm definitely working with something. You know, you admire yourself and thing. And then your things say gone, right, from your phone, right? And then you're riding down the street one day and you pick up the phone and the phone says memory from 2024 March. I just say wood picture. By your screen, I feel like, oh, we get this out of the phone. I thought this was gone. That it was gone. All when you know I see something, it's here. It's here with feel. I wish that was around in my time. You know what I'm saying? Babe, bring her come. Why she crying like that? Let me show off my bunonunos real quick. We're gonna get into the last part of this. The last part of this story about this woman. Hi, mommy. Why are you making all that noise? She's still stuffy?
I know it's not running.
Why you making all that noise? Hi, mommy. Hi, pretty.
Daddy, are you done?
Give me a kiss.
I
I love you.
love you, Daddy. Are you done that?
No, I'm almost done, mommy. Say hi, mommy. Look.
Hi.
Oh, let me take this off the screen so you can see. This is a good segue into the last topic right here.
Hi.
Say hi, everybody. Oh. Say hi, sister. Say hi, sister. Hi, mommy. Hi, pretty. You sprayed your stuff? You and that perfume sitting there.
I didn't spray myself today.
You didn't? So how it smells so strong? Yes, you did.
It doesn't even smell strong to me.
It does. You sprayed it. You definitely sprayed it.
Go into mommy. Go into mommy.
Want to stand up, mommy? Up on my feet.
Feet.
Up on my feet.
Like, what is it?
She's looking over there like, what is all this? What's all that? What's all that? I love you, Carly. Hi, mommy. Hi, pretty mommy. Hi, pretty mommy. Uh-huh. You see me? You see me? You ready for talk now? You ready to talk now? Huh? Yeah, I hear you. I hear your voice now. You have voice. You have blow bubbles. You have voice. Use your voice. I like your voice. Use it. Yeah, me like it. Your voice sounds so sweet. Like one little angel. Use your voice, mommy. Use your voice. Say hi. Say hi, daddy. Say hi, daddy. Get her thing for me. Her bib. Thank you. Say hi, daddy. Yeah, sing for me. Yeah. You want to stand up? Oh, she's standing up. Oh, she's standing up. Oh, she's standing up. Say hi, daddy. Hi, Manaya. I love you, Manaya. Hi, daddy, pretty. Thank you, mommy. She blowing big bubbles.
Let's see, baby.
She blow big bubbles. Yeah, you know, sister, she talk already. She trying to talk. She trying to sit up. She trying everything. She have older siblings, so she's going to try to mimic them. Sometimes she look like she frustrated that she recognized that everybody else can talk except for her. Say hi. Hi. Say me pretty, you know. Me know say me pretty from me born, you know. Yeah. So when a girl try to tell me nothing, I go say, hey girl, me pretty from me born, you know. Not true. Not true, mommy. Mm-hmm. Hi, Manaya. Say hi, daddy. Hi. Aw. Mm-hmm. Say hi, sister. See? Hi, sister. Tell the people and let me finish up this. Show ya.
How many minutes do you
Because
have?
I gotta go with your brothers. I gotta go get their cars and all kinds of stuff.
Yes.
You can come with me. I got a couple of minutes left.
Last time you let us stay inside here when you were almost done.
Last time you came in here, I was almost done. And the other time, hi, Papa. Say hi, Pop.
Huh?
There goes Pop.
You have 3 children.
Here, you know. Milani, don't bother. Don't bother. Don't say anything more. Cause Milani is the type where your business gone a road. Yeah, don't say nothing more. You could talk to them, but just I'm gonna have to put a lid on it. Cause you just go. Next thing you know, I gonna hear me age and everything else and our business. I have to stop her from early. You good, mommy? You reading those, Pop?
Yeah.
What do you see? What does this one say?
Hi, Pop.
Hi, Pop.
Yeah.
From who? You see it?
Patricia Jackson.
Patricia Jackson?
Yeah.
Yeah. Patricia Jackson says, hi, Pop. See Missy Brown Brown?
Yeah.
What did she say?
Watermouth.
Watermouth. Baby look like Papa. They said the baby look like Kai. I like you, mommy. All right. Y'all gonna have to leave me in here. Let me finish this, okay? Manaya's gonna go too. And I'll be done soon. I love you.
Love you.
All right, you coming with me?
Yeah.
You are? You want to come too, Pop?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Hi, mommy. All right, jump. Babe, come get her for me. Somebody said, bro, you and Kai have the same face. If I show you one old picture of me, that's Kai. I had an old picture that's on the fridge. Kai, absolutely gorgeous. Mommy. I got that super sperm, you know what I'm saying? I gave her these beautiful babies. You know. All right. Give me a minute. I'm soon done, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Pass me a bit, please.
All right. Later, mommy. Pull up the door for me.
Someone said twins.
Yeah. All right. Actually, the video that you posted with you and Shakira when you were younger, Kai that. Actually, me put on some weight, man, and my face change shape. and now that I'm losing the weight, and if I shave this beard off, I'll look totally different. But now I'm losing the weight and my face is slim back in. You know what I mean? I'm tired of being fat. So I started taking measures to lose some weight, actually. And I think I've lost probably about 30 pounds now so far, or pushing up to 30 pounds and counting. The goal is to lose about 50 pounds. Yeah. So I appreciate you, Carissa Smith. Big up yourself and everybody else with the nice compliments and all. Let's get into this last topic of the morning. And I hear everybody asking me if I'm ready and all these things, how long you have left. And I got to go get with the older kids right now and make sure them get them Kahira, all these something. All right. No, it's that super egg. Here you know, Miss Goldie Miss Goldie Robinson says that super egg. Super egg. That egg can't move without that sperm. You know it's that super sperm. Super sperm. You know how much watermelon and ginger and the carrot juice them and raw carrot juice, watermelon, ginger. You know what I say, you know how much we put into this. Whole heap of work, you know. Whole heap of work. And that is that. All right. I'm eating different. Stop eat too much. I start eat one meal a day. This is my go-to now. Peanuts. And I wake up and go to the gym every morning now. You know, I'm trying to go to the gym. It's hard, but I do. Except for when my damn ankles give out, because I have ankle problems from in the military. You know, your body get tear up, especially with what I did. So I have some issues with something. So sometimes when y'all see me, I actually have it right there, so on standby. When you reach this stage in your life, right, where you keep this for standby, you keep one of these on standby, is a damn shame. You know, so y'all get old. Or you know you're falling apart, whichever one you want to take it. Me not call myself old at no time. But I have one of these. And this is for when either the right or the left ankle goes out. So I will be walking, not doing a damn thing, and my ankle will just feel like somebody stabbed it 2 times. That's the warning sign. So once it gets stabbed, that stabbed 2 times feeling that, I would be in public and I would go, damn, that hurt. Think nothing of it. keep walking because it's gone. And by the time I get home, it starts to swell. And I'm like, oh, damn. And then it keeps swelling and swelling and swelling. And then about a week into it, it will go from mild pain to excruciating pain to can't sleep at nighttime. It normally lasts with me walking around in a one of these for about 3 to 4 weeks. This last time that it happened to my right ankle, I was in this for a month and a half before I could take it out. So when I do that, I can't get up and go to the gym and go run like I used to do. I love running and I can't do it. So, you start sit down and nyam. You're not moving, so you're putting on weight and these kind of things. But as soon as I get the chance to, I start getting back on a treadmill and stop eating so much. Every time I feel the urge, I do some peanuts. And peanuts are my thing. I just go to the peanuts and that's it. And I drink a whole heap of sugary drinks. Water straight through or green tea straight through or something like that. And 1 meal a day. That's that old age for you. Carissa. Carissa says that old age. Listen, Carissa, I was in the infantry, okay? That's where you got to do some stuff where your body gets torn up. Your body gets torn up. All the running and jumping and ducking and diving and rolling and climbing and falling and twisting and all them something that march, rocking with 60 pounds on your back and all your full battle rattle on for 18, 20 miles. Them kind of thing them something they are wear me down and broke me up. So now I got a herniated disc in my back. I got my ankles that go out at times. I got a shoulder injury on my right side that I had to do therapy for. Never did a surgery though. Them just used to hook up the electrodes to it and shock it and massage it and all them other kind of sitting there. I had a full hernia surgery where I got cut open and they went in to repair that. All kind of sitting. My eyes got damaged from sun and wind damage. Had pterygiums growing in them. Had to have 2 eye surgeries back to back. Yo, you take that thing there for joke, right? When I tell you that being in the infantry really tear me up and broke me down. But it's what it is. Is what it is. It happened already. Wouldn't share it for the world. I have the experience under my belt. I could talk about it now, right? Pomegranate. Let's get into our last topic. I didn't want to spend too much time on the last topic. I'm glad we are at 10:42. The goal was to end at 11 this morning. All I'm going to say is this. Me doing the 2 videos that I've covered about the, all right. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
SouFLo, good morning.
Good morning, family. How you doing?
I'm good, I don't know if you would answer the question, but I want to ask, come just hear you talking about you're a military man, and I remember that. I have a cousin who is engaged to a military man she never never met in person, but he's been deployed for over 18 months, allegedly. And something you said just sparked the question. I know you can't speak definitively, but the man has been shot 3 times. He has chest plate split open and a bomb injured his legs, and he's still on tour. So does that even sound like that makes sense? Like somebody who's in the military and injured to that capacity and can't come home?
Is your cousin okay? Yeah. Is your cousin okay? That's the question.
And it's true story, Planned wedding, but every time he's supposed to come home, there's an injury. Last year, January, he was shot 3 times, but he wanted to come out the bed because he had to get back to his men because they needed him.
What?
He was supposed to come back in August last year. Then around that time, his chest plate split open, and then maybe 3 weeks later, him a dig ditch because him have to go back on the line.
After his chest plate split open, he was digging ditch about 3 weeks later.
Yes.
What happened to your cousin? What happened to your cousin?
I don't know. No, I kid you not. Wedding plan, never seen the man in flesh, and he was supposed to then say, "Am I come home?" But then I wait on the replacement troops, and whatever that means. And January this year now, something blew up, and he injured his legs, and he still can't come home.
Where him tell her say he is?
Iraq.
First of all, right? Let me help you out. And help your cousin out. That's somebody said catfish. That's probably the best word to use. That's not going to happen. The minute you get injured, you're going home.
See?
Yeah, because you have to be fit to fight, and if you're not fit to fight, you're a liability. They get rid of you quick, fast. You're going back to the rear. It's called back to the rear, which means you're going home. Rear D.
Okay.
Yeah. So no, he nothing to happen like that. Worse, an injury like getting shot 3 times or chest plate open. He would have been home and he would have stayed home. They wouldn't even want him to heal up to come back. He would have just been home. And
then she says, Rambo. Is Rambo this? G.I. Joe. I mean, it doesn't make any sense, but everyone is just supporting because they want to hurt her feelings. But yeah.
Oh man. And she's believing that?
She planned a wedding. I'm not joking. God. There was a wedding plan, but it was postponed because the first time it was planned, it was the chest plate. When they were engaged, it was the shot. Now the bomb blow up. What's going to happen? Going to resurrect like Jesus. That's next.
Tell him send the money for the wedding. Tell him send the money for the wedding. That way she at least gets something out of it instead of getting her time wasted. Send the money for the wedding. Then she'll know it's real.
17 months then talking.
Oh God.
So I never met him.
That's 17 months of a waste of her time. Tell him send the money for the wedding.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Thank you much.
All right, my friend.
Bye.
Bye-bye. You know what? That was the perfect segue into this last topic with just enough time to talk about it. Not going to accept another call. This video will be ending around 11. Listen, some of you women, remember me talk about this before where I said one of the things I hate to see is a woman who is highly accomplished. She is going somewhere and she take up like one of them kind of man there. I can't take up every woman for myself, but I'll be wanting to save you. I've seen it a lot, right? Like even in the field that I'll be doing therapy and I see therapists and people with their masters and highly accomplished sisters or women. And if you look at who they're with, you have to wonder like, what make you make that decision there? In saying that, the vice mayor of Coral Gables in Florida, as you know now, was killed at home by her husband, which we found out was a Jamaican. Now, there's a thing where you end up with somebody who is intrigued by your drive and your vision and your commitment to accomplishing things. So in the beginning, they're super happy to be attached to you, right? And you're the man with the plan. You're the person who's going places. You're to be respected and them love it and all that. Somewhere along the line, if that person, someone needs to listen to this, somewhere along the line, right? If that person is not equally yoked in that way, as in they are not a go-getter themselves, they're not highly motivated, or they are just somebody who is full of jealousy, they will start to resent you. So you will end up finding yourself with somebody who secretly hates you. They hate the shit out of you, but they're not leaving you. They're not leaving you because you're accomplishing things. They're not leaving you because being with you, it's a kind of a security blanket. So they will be there to pretend like they're a part of your cheering team when they are an obstacle. And they will actually know within themselves that they are an obstacle. They will try to sabotage you along the way. How many times have I told my audience that a man don't just get up and just kill him woman so, or do violence to her out the blue. It's stages to it. And it's lots of red flags waving. And the red flags keep on getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And you keep on. The thing about good people is this. Good people want to believe that everybody else is good or deserves a chance too. What could I say? That's what frig up a lot of good people. They want to believe that everybody is worth a chance or deserves a chance. Good people will tell themselves that this is what it means to love somebody. You have to love them through their faults. And even when they are damaging you, you still are going to love them because I just saw them stay and you hope that them get better. All this time, you know, you were supposed to be running. And you were supposed to be running further and further away, right? She couldn't see that. The video I put up this morning, inside of it is the information as to how he killed her, what he did to her exactly. And when I got into the details of what he did to her exactly and how him kill her, and him talk about how him do it, I said, this man never loved this woman. As a matter of fact, I was right in my first assessment that this was straight up jealousy. Straight up jealousy. The first video that most of you already saw, you already know this piece of information that she was vice mayor, and then she served as already, and then she came to her end of her term and she got re-elected again because she is so loved within her constituency of Coral Gables, where she presides, right, as vice mayor. And within a couple of days from today, she was supposed to be announcing her run. Her team is put together already. The placards and everything are out. The campaign is supposed to be kicking off in a couple of days, where she would be running for Congress. Congress. Could you imagine having somebody right next to you who is seeing all of this progress you're making? And if you listen to the new video I put up this morning, I dove into her stuff, how she didn't just wake up being a high-ranking politician. She had a journey to get there. Let's put it like this, because I want you to still go watch the video without telling you all that background information that's in that video. She's highly accomplished. She's bright as hell, like super bright. She's in one of those fields that you have to be a brainiac, science and mathematics, in order to flourish in that field, in order to even get a degree in that field. Higher levels of maths too, not just no college algebra, nothing. You have to probably go beyond like trigonometry level and above to be where she was, right? So she's a brainiac from day one. And she is super. Did y'all know that she was only 38? The girl not even reached 40 yet, you know? All right. All I could see is this brother right here being beside her all this friggin' time and thinking, damn, she doesn't make moves. She doesn't make moves. I don't know. I'm thinking she gonna left me for somebody else, or I love seeing her succeed, but I still don't want her to go too far. But there's jealousy there. There's jealousy there. Y'all have to be careful, man. You're not with somebody who is super jealous of you, because here's what: jealous people that are in a relationship with somebody, they will never come out and be honest and say, I'm jealous of my partner. I'm jealous of my partner because my partner is doing well. And my partner is doing way better than me. You see, in relationships, right, people are supposed to end up being helpmates, cheerleaders, etc., etc. But not everybody can do that, because some people can't tuck their ego. So you end up becoming your partner's competition instead. Now, when you become your partner's competition is when you have problems in your relationship, because now it's like, I can't even cheer for you because I'm not winning. The race is on and I'm not winning. They won't say it out loud. It'll be inside of them. And the further ahead you go and leave them farther behind, and they're there closest to you to witness it, it builds something that's called silent resentment. Silent resentment in relationships are dangerous, Because when your partner silently resents you, that's the kind of person that will fuck on you real easy. That's the kind of person that will never respect you. That's the kind of person that will plot against you with others and still smile and say, I love you. That's the kind of person that will give over to the mindset of hurting you. You know what I'm saying? It's a pity that she couldn't see all that. But I'm not even talking about her. I'm just using their situation as a catalyst to get into this topic right here and issue a warning for most of you out there who are in relationships. Check your partner, fam. Check your partner. Is your partner an obstacle or your partner is a helpmate and a cheerleader? Because if your partner is not a helpmate and a cheerleader, your partner is an obstacle. A lot of people have partners who are obstacles. And when you gain success in whatever project you're trying to do, you had to not only fight the obstacles in that field and outside to gain that success, you also had to fight your friggin' partner at home too. That's an obstacle. But they'll be there when you win and they'll benefit from your winnings. So they ain't going nowhere, but they'll never support you. They will always try to tear you down or be your competition instead of being helpmate or cheerleader. You know what I mean? Helpmate. And this is not about man or woman. I saw a lot of people put up, these men. Most of these men can't stand to be with a successful woman. And there are women out here who can't stand to be with a successful man either. They tell themselves that that's what they want. But when they get it, it's like, that should be me. That should be me. I want that for me. Oh, you start making this much money? I want that for me. Why? I'm not making that much money. Shouldn't clap. I say, yeah, we doing it. We doing it. My man coming up and he taking care of the family too. Nah, it'll be more like, yeah, good for you. Good for you kind of thing. So you have to be careful who you're there with, you know. You have to be really careful who you're there with. That's why, you know, for people who are actually, you have big dreams and goals and aspirations and you're pushing towards them, sometimes it's best to just be by yourself because it's one less thing to worry about. It's one less thing to worry about. You don't have to worry about who are going jealous and how close they are to you. You could be jealous down the street. You could be jealous from a distance. But when you are jealous in my bed, then that's dangerous. When you are jealous in the same bed, in the same house, remember, I know, in your house, you close your eye them. You hit REM sleep. That's the level of sleep where you don't know what go on. Bomb could have go off. Everybody hits that level of sleep unless you have sleeping disorders where you don't know what took place. Even if it's for 15 minutes out of the 8 hours you slept. At some point you hit REM. When you hit REM sleep, you better be around people who are safe. You never take sleeping pill or knockout, you hit REM. Right? So having someone, imagine having your enemy that close to you to where you are completely unconscious and they're standing there looking at you. You know how many things them can do to you? Do you know how they could destroy you? I said this before, I'll say it again. A lot of the times when you end up gaining all the things you set out to gain and you hit your success story, you will hear somebody say, I was there with you all along. You got to check to see if that person was there all along as an obstacle or if they were there all along as a helpmate and a cheerleader. Some people only stick around because they know you're going to make it. And they'll stick around to sabotage you too, to hope you don't make it. But all the little tricks they play, you still make it. It makes them hold silent resentment inside. Damn. I messed this up. I fucked that up. I did this. I did that behind her back and she's still making it. Shit. All right. I'm going to pretend I'm happy for her. I hope she fail. I hope she fail at everything. And the more you pray for her to fail at everything, the more she succeeded. To the point where you can't take it no more. And some people are dangerous like that. We've said this before. We'll say it again. Remember this. some people, it's not that you could give them the blueprint to what it is. So listen, this is how I did it. If you follow this, you're going to do it the same way. You're going to get the same thing what me I get, right? They don't want your blueprint. They don't want your blueprint. Your blueprint came with dedication. They don't want it. I don't have time to be dedicated to that shit. They don't want your blueprint. They just don't want to see you have what you have. And it don't have to be much, but them don't want to see you have what you have. Them just hope, say, or wish them get it. Funny thing is, they're never going to do the work to get it. Because all the things that this woman, and I'm drawing from the same story, all the things that she did, her husband was never going to do those things to walk in that footstep to get all them something that she got, all those accolades. It's plain jealousy, fam. And you could see that it's plain jealousy. I said it on the video yesterday, and I'm saying it right here on the live. This is a platform right here. Now that I know that he's Jamaican and they're from this part of Florida, more than likely they know about this channel. And if they don't, they probably will at one point or another. If you ever feel like I am wrong completely about your family member, because he's going to prison, and I don't think he's ever coming out. That's another Jamaican right there that will never taste ackee and saltfish again. He will never taste bami again. He will never get a piece of roast breadfruit fry over in the morning. He will never have some oxtail again, not the way how we cook it. He will never have any of those things again. He will never see the beautiful shores of Jamaica again. If you think I'm talking wrong about your family member because I got this all wrong, please feel free to contact us by any means of our contacts, whether it's by this 1-806-587-8953 number, and call in directly to this, or catch me offline, or write to me at SouFLoTV@gmail.com and say, SouFlo, I think you got it all wrong because you don't understand what was happening, and tell the story. But from what I'm seeing, I have to warn other people because what I see is jealousy. Jealousy made him do what he did to his wife. Those of you who haven't watched the video I put up this morning yet, go watch the video. Listen to the video and you will see when you're done, the way how everything is described, that what he did was out of long time brewing, boiling, planning, plotting, all while dancing, loving, I love you, you're my forever babe, until it came to that. Y'all be careful out there. The world ain't as nice as you think it is. And people aren't as nice as you think they all should be. All right? I say good people are out there, but everyone is not as nice or as good as you think everyone should be. Be careful. Be very careful. Sometimes your biggest enemy is right next to you. And that makes it super dangerous. All right? With that said, it's Friday. Get out there, get some sunshine in your skin for those of you who live in places where the sun is shining and it's warm, especially my Caribbean people and my Florida people and other warm places. Big up on yourself. Surround yourself with people that love you. If you don't know if them love you or not, go be by yourself. You shouldn't have to question it. Surround yourself with people that love you and with people that you love. It's okay to be by yourself too. Get to know you and love you. If you don't love you, you can't love nobody else. So self-love, best love. All right? Have a wonderful weekend, people. My granny, Miss Ruby, said be good, though. And if you can't be good, be careful. But it's best to be good. My grandfather, Mas Clevey, said, I will see you tomorrow if God spare life. All right? Walk good. I'm out.